Hi, teacher. I'm Fabian Angeles Delgado, and this is my personal conclusion about the chapter 1 of the Intelligent Investor by Graham. First of all, I would like to thank you to bring us that book because I think it's a very good book. Like some traders, some investors call it like a Bible because of the all of the knowledge and the point of view. As we saw in the book, in the reading, this is not a recent book. This talk about like 1926, I remember, 1920s, for example. That okay, there's more than 100 years. Yeah, years had passed, but the basics maintained. Thing in this world of trade of trading of stocks and all the markets, the basics maintained. Okay, obviously at the chapter 1 we only saw that like the introduction of what is a trader, what is an investor, sorry, and the speculation on what's the big difference. But like we already saw in the class, the last class, there's the thing that I conclude. It's that I think that the you don't really need to be like married, like I don't know, like only in a full team, you can. And the thing I think it's the best, it's having a mix. Now you can like have a portfolio of, for example, good stocks, like more solid, more secure, and obviously you had like a percent for speculation for new projects. Because of that, we as investors or speculators, we can support new projects like innovation, like we talked about last class. The good things about the speculation, obviously you get a lot of more money if there's a good trade, for example, but you also support new projects, you also support new ideas, new projects, new technologies, new projects in general. There is some moment, I think it's in the comments part at the end, that that resume the point of what is an investor, an investment, sorry. That was like, okay, you are trying to make more money, you with a full analysis and complete research, you made an order and a trade, you enter to a trade, and you are looking for in the future you had revenue. I'm like in that team because okay, I like, for example, the crypto market, the cryptocurrencies, and I think all about that it's about the speculating. Now that's why, yeah, there's a lot, like for example trash, and they're also called like shit coins, because yeah, there are tokens that that probably never gonna be successful. There had no any project behind that token, and obviously that this is trash, no. But like as we saw last class, we had a lot of information, and we can do a good research. There's no need to be a speculator and throw your money, there's no. And you as a speculator, you want to search for good projects. I'm that team, I'm like, okay, I would like to speculate because I think at this age we are like, for example, me in my case, I don't have to pay like a rent or the bills, only some bills. I think, in my personal opinion, in my case, I'm not I'm a supporter of the speculation. One, because I'm actually like trading for example, like as I told, in the crypto market, and that's a big all about that is speculation, and I think it's the future. Obviously, not at all. Not all the tokens, not all the coins, but there's a lot of good projects of I don't know good projects and good tokens to make a lot of money. I don't know if they're gonna survive the past of the years, but nowadays they are giving me money, and I think as investors, obviously I don't have like full of my capital, of my funds in that. No, I had like a mix. I obviously make like traditional stocks, like I don't know, in account of GBM, and there I operate stocks like I don't know Alsea, Cemex, Banorte, Apple, things like that. And like obviously I don't expect to be tomorrow rich or tomorrow had a 100% of yield of revenue in I don't know in a stock like Alsea, like Cemex. Obviously not. And that could happen in a crypto, no? But actually I think that a good mix could make like the good revenues, you know? You want in this world to be like I don't know, even as a speculator, as an investor, if you are in this world, I think even if the team where you want to your wellness grow, no, I think it's the principal objective of as a person that are even looking in this class, I think. So I think that's my personal conclusion. The book, I want to read it all. I don't know if we're gonna read it in this semester. I don't know, but that's a good. I now understand, and I'm like in the first chapter, but now I understand the why that people recommend that a lot, because all the people that I have talked with them, they recommend and had like this book like a Bible. I told, and that's all. I think that a good mix. There's no necessity to be like on one team or another. You can be on both, having a good strategy in both. So a good investor, a good speculator, a good I don't know, I could say that a good trader may have a good mix in his strategies, in his portfolio to be successful. I think maybe some days you're gonna be losing money in the red, in the speculating. Okay, it's normal now. For example, in some part of the book, they show that some strategies, and okay, like for example, the foolish for the strategy like lucky now, so that's not investing now, and you with a good. My point is that with a good strategy in both teams, as an investor and as a speculator, my personal opinion, and I think it's correct. It's like even if you are an investor or a speculator, having a mix about them, it's super good, and having strategies in both. Like for example, like as I told in the class, if you had some in the speculator team, if you had some strategy that you trade, for example, three trades per day, and you had only one trade positive, you are covered, you are secure that even if you lose the other two trades in that day, you are going to be or equal as the beginning, or having a minimum gain. But there's a lot of strategies. That's I think the difference between a good and an excellent and a bad investor or trader or a speculator. You need to know how to react when you are losing money, and you know or minimum at your analysis, at your technical and your fundamental analysis, you expect I don't know, a growth of 20%, but you're now actually seeing like 4 minus 4%, no. So you need also like the psychological thing that there are. I think that there no so information in that team, no. Even when you are starting with your real money, I think it's a good point. I don't know if later in this book they talk about this, and I assume that yes, because the psychologists in this world, in the stock market, you need to be like very very good at your emotions even. So that's, I think, my conclusion. That was a good chapter, a good book. There's a lot of people that recommend that book, and that this chapter don't disappoint me. Speculation, it's not like okay against the research. No, even in speculation, you can have your filters, you can have your research, you can have a technical analysis, fundamental in some cases, and like you had information, you had data to analyze and make a good research and a good enterprise and a good trade in general. And I think that's all, teacher. My name is Fabian Angeles. See you next class, teacher. Have a nice day.